All right, James Harden has asked to be traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's kind of talk about that. And also his mom has spoken out as well and basically said that James Harden has given his heart, his soul to the organization, and he just wants to go win the ring. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And I can't remember how old James Harden is, but then again, he definitely got to be in his early 30s at least. But don't forget to check out the NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this for our live streams. Hit the Sportscastr link in the description. Create a profile. It's free. Or you can watch the live streams on Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. And the temporary time we have our live stream capabilities back somewhere in the far, far future. But, I get it. You know, Houston kind of rebuilding. But could the Houston team be better this year? I mean, no. They got rid of Covington. You know, House is good, but he's not Covington. You know, Clint Capella. Christian Wood good, but he don't play no defense. Take it from me from a Piston fan. Check out my Detroit channel, Mercy Sports Talk. We talk more than Pistons. We talk sports and news and everything else under the Michigan sun. But, I think they should do right by him. But it's a players' league. He can get moved when he want to get moved. The question is, has he done so much for that organization? Are they ready to move him? And they will have some fans, I believe, in Houston at the games, but they won't have full capacity. And James Harden is all about putting asses in the seats. And he came to camp, I think, today and started training. But my thing is, you know, you just talk about the fits for him. In the championship teams, you know, Milwaukee, you know, Miami. You're talking about the Eastern teams. Philly, Boston. And just talk about the teams where he fit at. I mean, Boston got to be at the top of the list. You know, I obviously know Boston is racist. We all know that. But then again, you're talking about winning titles. Boston got to be at the top of the list somewhere. You know, they got the firepower. You know, if they get the clearance to trade Kemba Walker, you know, well, Kemba and John Wall can't play together. So they got to keep Kemba. But I think it'd be Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart. Got Romeo Langford. I can't remember who they drafted this year. A few of their draft picks. And they probably get James Harden. To be honest, you know, him, Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker. You know, maybe they can bring P.J. Tucker in. That might be good enough. You got Tatum who can ball out. And ideally, you probably want to keep Jaylen Brown, because you really can, if you could somehow, you know, do a 3-man team and send Kemba Walker somewhere, he can come in and play the one. I think Boston is an excellent spot for him, just as far as team fit, not as far as environment fit. But also, just looking out east, you talking about Miami, they got pieces, they got Hero, they got a few Kendrick Nunn, they got some guys. Him and Jimmy Butler be huge. He don't come up big in big moments. Jimmy Butler come in big moments. That'll be a nice fit for him. And he'll love South Beach and the titty bars down there. I don't think Toronto got enough to get him. I really don't think Milwaukee got enough to get him. But you can start off with Middleton. You know what I'm saying? DiVincenzo. They got a few guys. But him in Milwaukee would be nice, but I don't think he would like the strip clubs in Milwaukee. Who else you got over there? We'll talk about Philly shortly. You go to the West. You know, obviously you may want to call Phoenix. Obviously, you don't like Chris Paul. I say that jokingly. But in the West, you're looking at the Lakers. I don't think they got enough firepower right now. The Clippers, they got Paul George, Lewis Williams. You know, I don't think that'll work. Denver is a team that might look at it. You know, Denver is a team that might want to make that move. You got Murray who can show up big in the playoffs, and Jokic who can show up big in the playoffs. You know, you look at it, you say, look here, we got just signed Monty Morris to extension, but then again, we got Michael Porter Jr., we got Gary Harris, we got my other man's Will Barton. They got some pieces. Bola, who's still a rookie. They probably got some picks and some pieces that they really can do something with. So, you know, you put them next to Jamal Murray and Jokic, you know, Denver will become dangerous. But you just got to ask yourself, do they want to sit there and let some of those, you know, and let some of those young assets go to win a championship now? And James Harden, they really became a big, which, you know, Porter. They got R.J. Hampton, who's from Dallas. We from Texas, so, I mean, that could work. You go down the scale, Portland will have to be the next biggest team. You know, they got McCollum, and they got a few other pieces. Maybe they could flip over there. I like Gary Trent Jr. He definitely dope. You know, but him and Damian Lillard, that might be good enough. Another guy who make big shots and come up big in the playoffs. But then again, ultimately, I think Philly might be the ultimate fit. He go out east. You know, also maybe Atlanta. They got good titty bars there. So, you know, they got a lot of pieces they can flip. Young guys they can flip for James Harden. But when you look at Philadelphia, you know, you know, Ben Simmons and John Wall are not going to work. So, then again, if they do give up Joel Embiid, they need a big fella back. And them trading Al Horford has kind of not been, you know, working this situation. But also, you want to get rid of Joel Embiid because you talking about a 7-footer with foot problems. He ain't got a long shelf life. He can't play 3 games in a row. I say that jokingly. So if you can get a third team involved and you can get a big fella back, I think Joel Embiid is the piece you flip. Because he ain't going to never be healthy. He come in over 300 pounds with a broken foot. They'd be smart to get Joel Embiid off. They just got to find a third team that's going to swing a big fella there. And they can find somebody to play the middle there, they'll be all right. And then they could do it without giving up Joel Embiid. I think they traded Josh Richardson, if I'm not mistaken. But then they got Tyrese Maxey. They got Tobias Harris. They got a few players over there that they can flip and do something with. So if Philly can get them without giving up Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, you know, I think Ben Simmons is the perfect guy to go next to him as far as being able to defend. And, you know, Joel Embiid, if he can be healthy, he can make big shots. So that's an interesting situation there. But I'd love to see him go to Philly. That'd be good for Philly. But ultimately, I think Boston is the fit for him. If they can find a way to keep Tatum and Brown in that situation, they definitely going to be dangerous because them two dudes can defend and hit big shots. And that's what you like. But, you know, his mother said that, you know, basically he wanted a chance to win a ring. You know, while he's still in his prime. And, you know, obviously those situations are the ones that we name. You know, do we want to go to Dallas? And if they go to Dallas, then they have to be willing to take on Porzingis injury self. Try to not cuss. So that's a situation that may or may not happen. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, James Harden is a phenomenal talent. Now his mother chiming in, trying to get him out of Houston. But Houston ain't even the worst case scenario for him. You know, Houston is still a good city. It's still, you can go to bars and stuff of that nature. But then again, you know, James Harden give them a chance to win. Because how in the regular season, how prolific he is at scoring. But I think Boston the best fit for him, or Philly. You know, then we didn't even talk about Brooklyn. You know, him in Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving already said he ain't want him. But, you know, I think Brooklyn is set. You know, Toronto, they got rid of a lot of pieces in Toronto. So I don't know if that's going to, but Miami, Boston, and Philly is probably his best spots. Or Denver. I think Denver is an underrated spot for him. Stay out west, still be an all-star. And don't forget the Warriors was interested in him as well. So, you know, him and the Warriors, that might work with him and Steph. You know, I think Klay Thompson is done, you know, being the player that he was. But, you know, technology always defies reality most times. But, you know, with him, they shouldn't let him out of the contract, to be honest. Yeah, let him out, trade him. You know, let him out of Houston, trade him. You know, Milwaukee would be good for him and Giannis. That'll be a good look. But I think Philly or Boston is a spot for him, or Denver. You know, I wonder would he go to Denver. That's a real good spot for him. You know, he can light it up in the regular season. Jokic he ain't a volume shooter. Jamal Murray and him would be a dynamic backcourt. You know, then they would have to give up the young guys. That's about it. Porter, Bola, RJ Hampton, and some picks. But then again, I don't think Denver want to mortgage their future with James Harden right now. But then again, if you think about it, it might work. Jamal Murray make some huge shots, dude. So we're James Harden lacking. If they can keep Gary Harris and Will Barton, they'll be winning. But they still ain't got nobody for LeBron. They got Will Barton coming back, but losing Jeremy Grant was huge. You know what I'm saying? That was a huge loss because he was the body you could throw at LeBron, and James Harden don't really help that effort. Michael Porter and Bola getting bigger and stronger helps that effort. But then again, I mean, those are got places I like for him. But he go to Boston, they able to keep Jason Tatum and Brown on the wing, it's over with. You got 2 defenders, 2 big shot takers, and all James Harden got to do is just get him through the regular season and Tatum and Brown to get him over the hump. You know, and they also got Tristan Thompson, who finally became a U.S. citizen, so shout out to him. But hey, don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We also got a Facebook group, all the links in the description. If you need to reach out, if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all my social media links in the description. Once again, want to advertise your channel advertise your business on the channel, that's there. Want to make a donation, Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share the video and hitting that subscribe button and bell icon button and sharing the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time, we gone.